2 drinks, water and coffee. I just came across something on Twitter and I just thought I'd read it out because I was having a conversation with my dad yesterday about the Mandela effect, and my dad was like, "Yeah, but like, why? Why does it make a difference?" And I was like, I couldn't explain it properly, but I was like, I believe my generation and people before remember things the way they were. It won't matter to this generation or the younger ones because, like I said yesterday in a video, if I have, just let me go and get it again. Me and myself remembers E.T., like I said yesterday, saying phone home, not home phone, whatever it's saying now on YouTube on that film. And the biggest thing was Sex in the City is now Sex and the City. I personally always remember it as Sex in the City. So as I said yesterday, me and mum dug the box set out and was like, well, it'll prove it because it'll be on the box. And we were like, I know it's back to front. It says Sex and the City. And I was like, it's changed on the box. Like, this is an older box set. So my dad was like, yeah, but why does it matter? And I said, well, I think, and I've got something to link it up in a minute, I think my generation and generations before, no, there's a reality shift, which we know, or reality has been lied to, if you sort of get what I'm saying. This generation wouldn't bat an eyelid at that because they know it as, if it's been out there for a bit, as Sex and the City or things that have seemed to have changed to us. It won't matter to them. They're the next generation. They think that's how they see it. Hiya, Stephanie. And when I said Star Wars, it was Luke, I am your father, but now it disappears. So I said to my dad, it's got to mean something. It's because our generation know this generation's asleep because it won't matter to them if they didn't know it like that. Yeah, remember it when it was Sex in the City. Now it's not. So we know something's going on, and I think that's because our generation, us not so new ones, millennials, whatever you call them, won't be bothered because they don't see that. Yeah, we've jumped timelines. So I'm looking around on Twitter. Hi. I am going to come on later tonight. I might as well, because I thought my mum was here tonight. She's not. She wants me to spend time with her, so I can't come on here, but it's tomorrow. So I am going to come on tonight because my dad's found something else. Talk about that later. But I can't remember because someone said, oh, sometimes you don't credit who you found information off. I do because I always shout out the videos I've seen it on and people. Sometimes I can't remember because I just take it quickly, snap a shot, and then I forget. Like this one, I know it's this person, I can't remember. It was like Carolyn with a number, the same way JFK Jr.'s wife spells her name. And then it was some numbers, but she was on Twitter. And I did get a message off Joanne, who messaged me, and this other person called Carolyn, like his wife spelt her name. So I went on her Twitter and I saw this and thought, are you ready? The weirdest one I think is Forrest Gump. Yeah, life is like a box of chocolates. Now it's life was like a box of chocolates, and it was life is like a box of chocolates. But Forrest is running now, isn't he? He needs to get his running shoes on, Mr. Tom Hanks. But it's a quote from Kurt Cobain. It says, knew it all, a quote from 1993. People might have seen this already, but I haven't, so I'm going to read it out. In the end, I believe my generation will surprise everybody. We already know that both political parties are playing both sides from the middle, and we'll elect a true outsider when we fully mature. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a business tycoon who can't be bought and who does what's right for the people. Someone like Donald Trump as crazy as it sounds. I'll just read that out again because I couldn't see it properly. In the end, I believe my generation will surprise everyone. We already know that both political parties are playing both sides from the middle, and we'll elect a true outsider when we fully mature. I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a business tycoon who can't be bought and who does what's right for the people. Someone like Donald Trump, as crazy as that sounds, and that was in 1993. Yes, and we do know what happened to Kurt Cobain, don't we? What often happens to a lot of people, famous people, that try to say something or try to speak out. Well, I'm not really sure on that because I didn't follow Kurt Cobain. I've just come across this. I know little bits about Kurt Cobain, but not that. But I haven't come on to talk about that, even though I've seen a lot of great comments today about names, the meaning of names, like Donald Trump and certain names in this, that, the other. But I just thought I'd come on and show you that because it's true. Yeah, and it's amazing. But that's what I mean as in the Mandela effect. I mean, he said there in 1993, in the end, I believe my generation will surprise everyone. Our generation's awake. We know some of the young ones are awake, but the younger ones are the ones that have been morphed more, with phones and computers. Yeah, they ruled it as suicide, like they do everything. Like Kate Spade when she suicided herself on a doorknob with a scarf on a bedroom doorknob. Okay. We all know what that's in connection with, but the young ones, millennials, whatever you call them, they're all on the computers. Yeah, they're all like robots. They're online. They believe in everything they see. The subliminal messages. It makes them, like my eldest can get really nasty when he comes off a game. It's all there now. When I was younger, we didn't have computers and we didn't have phones. I think the first computer that came in was, I don't know, was it Sega or something? I can't even remember what they were because I didn't really play on them. It was that game where it was like two sticks and you had a square in the middle and it was like tennis. I mean, we thought that was great. But I was never really a computer person. But we didn't have what they have today, brainwashing tactics. So that's what I mean about the glitch, whatever you want to call it, the shift, the Mandela effect. Yeah, Pong, sorry, it's called Pong. I always forget. So this thing with the Mandela effect is, I know it's back to front because I'm not sat on that side of the camera because if I did, I wouldn't be able to read chat. And that's why I think people have been waking up with the 11/11 thing and Mandela effect, because us from that generation are like, hang on a minute, we remember it as this. They wouldn't think that. My son wouldn't know that, my eldest, because he'd just be like, well, it's always been that. Yes, to him it has. All the stuff that's come out that's changed, to him it has. But to us, we're like, hang on a minute, I can touch this and this says that on it. And it wasn't Sex and the City, it was Sex in the City. So, I just find it amazeballs when you start looking at stuff. I know the Mandela effect is real and the reaction you get. Yeah, when you talk to people, I saw the best one was when a little boy got his dad to sit down to watch Star Wars and his dad was like, oh yeah, when he says, Luke, I am your father, and the kid goes, no, he doesn't. And he's like, yeah, it does, we'll get it out. And I think he gets an old film out or something. He goes, yeah, it does. And then he's like, what? Like, he did say Luke. He did say Luke. And everyone's like, this generation's like, no, we didn't. It must be just what you're thinking it was. You just must have thought then. What? A lot of the population from that generation thought the same thing. And I don't think we did. So, it's just fascinating the more you find out. I know other people are reporting on the other stuff, like, Soapbox that I watch and other stuff are reporting on all the nitty gritty that we need to know about and be aware of, and it is going down. And I actually texted over there today and said, ooh, it's Friday tomorrow. Curious George has no tail. oh, who's the monocle guy? The game. And they said he's got no monocle. He never had a monocle. He did have a monocle because that was the That was that sort of style. The guy with the monocle. What's the board game? I never played it. Monopoly, something. He had a monocle. No, he's not got a monocle. He never had a monocle. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. This generation gets mad at you if you talk about it. It's not their fault. I think it's part of the brainwashing. Yeah, I do. I do. And whatever's going on. But I text over there before. Oh, it's Friday tomorrow. Big things are, coming or whatever the Q post was. And then I said, Friday, every dog has its day. That was said in a Q post. And who had a dog called Friday? JFK Jr. My dad has got me something. The thing I read out yesterday, the moon was beautiful last night. I didn't see it last night, but I'm waiting for this blood moon. Not that I know if I'm going to see anything tomorrow, but my dad's yesterday when I read out the clown thing with JFK Jr. link, the clown rubbing the nose on his sister. He's found something a bit more out about that. That links up with what's just going on now. So I'm going to come on later tonight and read that one out. But I'm not going to be on for long. I'm just going to come and read it out and have a little chat, she says. When it was that Kurt Cobain did an interview and predicted that the businessman would get elected, not a politician. I couldn't remember the interview. Yeah, I don't know, but that's definitely what he was saying in his quote about, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not a business tycoon who couldn't be bought and who does what's right for the people. And we definitely know that is Trump. That's why the cabal hate him. They thought they could bring him in and he wasn't a politician. Yes, he was a businessman, which is good because he goes by the law and he knows what's what and he knows about steel and all that because he builds buildings. You've had dodgy steel, guys. So, there's all that. So it's just interesting, I'm sort of reporting on, maybe I'm reporting on, I'm not very good at reporting on all the other stuff that's going on, all the Obama and all that sort of stuff, but maybe it's because I like reporting on this sort of stuff of the conspiracies because that's what's sort of interesting to me. Not that the other stuff isn't, because it is, because it's all interlinked, people, but it's just my personality sort of thing, if you know what I mean. Some people report on some stuff and some people report on others. I'm a bit spiritual, so I see this as like interesting. Thank you. So, there's a lot of people out there talking about all the other stuff. So, and we know who they are because I know a lot of you on here are on there and looking around. So, I can report on the other stuff. Like I said, even if it doesn't come out to be true, we all know the JFK and the JFK Jr. link is linked to Q and it is linked to what's behind those stories of JFK and JFK Jr. Why did they get assassinated or whatever it is believed to be. But like I said before, at the minute, I still believe he's alive because there's too much adding up and Q has not said it's not R. He just said there's only Q. So he didn't answer the question. So, but it's all interlinked with absolutely everything. So, I'm just waiting for some washing to do. And someone said over on Soapbox as well, oh, drinking something about copper's good for you. That's why I got these ages ago, because the copper cups, they keep your water really cool. It's been cold for ages. And it's distilled water. Check what lady out. Oh, hello. I can't see. Is it Geezer Man? Checking my video out. But I am gonna. Oh, do you mean the lady, the palm reader, the? Do you mean the psychic lady? I did have a look at her. It's just what I mean. There's just amazing things going on. Let's just see for a laugh. Hang on a minute. I've got some cards. Let's just see. I've got a... Oh my God. I'm just like, I've got a couple of oracle cards. I like this is hilarious. One of my favourite decks is, I know it's back to front, Nature's Whispers, because nature's just beautiful and it is a good form of medicine and they hate everything natural, is this one with beautiful pictures. And then a bit of a darker one, now we say, was Oracle of Shadows and Light. Could say dark to light, people. So I wonder if I shuffle these, if anything pops out. Yeah. People probably say MK Ultra, it's got butterflies all over it, but they are very beautiful pictures. So let me just see what falls out if I do one. What's the saying? Trust nothing and question everything. Yep. That's what Q's for. Question everything. We've got to question everything, even if it turns out not to be true. At least we questioned it at the end of the day. Nothing was left unquestioned. So, you know, apart from asking if, you know, he was... Oh, what did I get before? I think when I said before, the person asked if JFK Jr. was fake or real. Fake is a number 11, which means in numerology, it means the meaning of the number 11 that I googled anyway said angel, an angel number, and then real adds up to JFK Jr. Angel, JFK Jr. Yeah. It's a bit odd, isn't it? Right, I'll just see what pops out just for a bit of a giggle. I have... Oh, something's just fell out on my lap. Contemplation. That's how you say it. I know it's back to front. Having a bit of a think there, which we are doing. Thinking about stuff. There's lions in this picture as well, which I see as the lions are roaring at the minute. We've got lions roaring in the UK with Tommy. The lions, is it the lions are awakening? Remember that song, a wimble way, the lions sleep tonight. They're not, we were asleep, but now we're waking up. Here are roar people. The people are roaring. That's what's just popped out in here. I'll do another one because that fell out of the pack. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I see. You know. The lion and the lamb also has been changed in the Bible. Oh, there's loads of things. Loads and loads of things. Wait until I feel... For some it doesn't. Consciousness. It's love. You're not in with a plan, you get left behind. Well, the time travelling thing... I'm going to stop on this one. Well, are you ready for this one? Are you ready? I always wait till I feel something. Are you ready? We've got told this. Are you ready? Let love be your beacon. What was I just saying? I know it's back to front. Let love be your beacon. Hello. Shine the light. Shine the beacon of light. Boom. See the pretty pictures? Shine the light. There you go. They say it's your intuition, these cards. Where does your intuition come from? Comes from above, comes from the source, comes from the creator. You already know. That's how I see it. So, you know, it was saying contemplation. You know, we're all thinking about stuff. Shine the beacon of light. What more can I say? It's just been said in a Q post. I didn't make it up, guys. Wow. Intuition is definitely a real thing. Of course it is. We don't listen to it enough. We listen to what we're being told. For a giggle, I'm just going to do the spooky one. See what this one comes out as. And it's got a little, you know, keyhole in it, you know, the key. I think the Keystones, Pennsylvania. See, I told you on the right track. Yeah, I'm a bit spiritual, so, you know, I do believe in the, you know. Let's see what pops out. Yeah, the time travelling thing is... I'll have a little bit of a chat on that in a minute. Hi. Ooh. Well, trolls, go somewhere else. Trolls are probably from the Hivites, or whatever they're called, you know, bloodline, because they don't like people that are nice and that, do they? All they want to do is troll. But they'll soon be hiding under the little bridges again, won't they? Because something big's about to drop. That's why Hollywood's going mad at the minute. So, best get off and hide under your bridge. You only get a lot of trolls on when you start talking truth. They don't like it. Oh, look. The Nautilus Princess. Powerful personal growth. Says it all, really. So, yeah, the time travelling thing is... Yeah, you'll be there with it. We know about... If anyone knows about Tesla... And if anyone knows about the connection with Donald Trump, is Tesla, you know, with all these inventions and currents and all the stuff he'd made, he's supposed to have made a machine, you know, to see in the future, past and present. Donald Trump's uncle was given his work from the FBI, obviously years back, to look through the notes to see if there was anything there they could use, you know, the FBI. And by the way, the CIA then made the word up conspiracy to shut people up and make everyone look like they were nutters. So we know most of the conspiracies are true now, and that's about to come out. But they didn't get some of these notes back from Tesla's work. So I don't know where they could have gone. And could it have been maybe a time travel machine? Or we know what was hidden as well. We know there's free energy. None of us should have to be paying for energy because it's free, right? We know that, but they have to just get us paying for everything, don't they? Because we are enslaved. But there's going to be a time when, you know, it's coming. We will be free. We have known all along. It's just because, you know, we all get told we're crazy. So Tesla... You know, hello, who's helping with curing that? We've got Trump. Trump's uncle seen these files and maybe he took some of those files. So it's just amazing with all of that. And also there was a woman connected to Tesla called, I can't remember now. Actually, I can because it's on the map. Where's the map? We have a look. The Thrill Society is John G. Trump and the FBI raided Tesla. Nikola Tesla, and there's a connection to Maria Orsic, I think it is, who had long hair. Yugoslavia, disappeared in 1945. She was something to do with Hitler knew her. She had long hair that they used as a mane that they believed, free Tommy Robinson, that they believe connected them to, they could have connections outside, you know what I mean? So it is all strange. Yeah, free Tommy Robinson. Tommy Robinson will be free by the end of the month, no doubt, I believe. It'll be 3 months then, and we know what's been happening behind the scenes, so I do believe free Tommy Robinson. We love Tommy. He is a lion. Said lions were roaring before. Tommy over here is our William Wallace. You know, I've done chats on Tommy. I've done, you know, I did some stuff on Tommy. He's a real hero. Yep. Yep, they're all corrupt all over the globe. If you know, I don't know if you know of Q, who was saying that then, but we know of Q. We know about everything globally. It all connects to everything. Even Tommy connects to this because he's talking about the children, which is what we're all talking about, is the children globally, and our children's children. We won't stand for it anymore. Yeah, the New World Order's going down. Q's, we've been seeing this with the Q movement. In England, people need to get on the Q movement, but that's going down. Steve. But yeah, we've had all that time travelling business, and who knows, because all I'm saying, people, is the world we live in is not what you think it is. It's not been ever. It's not what you think it is. It's not what we've been told. Hiya, borderline. It's not. I really need to get my garden, Amanda. It's I need to cut the grass and everything, but you know, just not got around to it. Yeah, I know this TV with the Vril and Hitler because they had a connection. I think she was, if I'm correct, a psychic or something like that, and they believed growing their hair really long like a horsetail was a way of connecting, to source or extraterrestrials or whatever it was. I can't exactly remember the story, but we all know about the Hitler thing in Antarctica and hidden technologies and all that sort of stuff. She was there. I've seen pictures of her. Hitler was into religions and stuff. That's where we took the Nazi sign from. It was actually a Buddhist sign, and then he sort of tilted it on the side because the Buddhist one is straighter. All that sort of stuff, and stuff. Yeah, the hair was an antennae. And which film does that remind you of? Because when I read that and I started reading it, she might have been a Palladian or whatever you call it. That's on the Q map as well. Her hair, who in the film, I love this film, who was blue, and they used the tails, I think it was, to connect to the animals and stuff. Who was it? One of my favourite films. I think it was the tail. Or it had something in the hair. I can't remember. Avatar. That reminds me of that sort of thing. Yep, love Avatar. And funny enough, they were blue. And they flied on the things that they flew. It reminds me of like Aryans, do they call them? I played it. I don't know. They hide things in films. We all know that. They hide things in films. Avatar is the world we once had. Yeah, I'm sort of on them lines. We've been lied to and hidden. Like I've said, the truth has been hidden from us. What was that? Yeah, Luke, I'm your father is apparently not Luke, I'm your father anymore because it's a Mandela effect, but it was Luke, I am your father because I love Star Wars and love the old ones, not the new ones. So, chemtrails, anyone? Don't think we've had any. I don't think we've got them funny wispy clouds that some people are saying as, what do they call them? Sylphs? Sylphs? Not been too bad because the UK is having a really hot weather lately. We've had a few. I know in America you get bombarded, but it's not been as bad as it was because we all know why. Sorrows. Serious. Some people call them sylphs or something. They're wispy. They're weird. Someone reckons they're like entities, and when you see a big chemtrail, and I've watched it before, and I've watched videos on here, whether you believe it or not, they go to it, and then it disappears. So, hang on. We are who we have been waiting for. Yeah, I think our generation and before have known. That's what I'm saying about the Mandela effect. Millenniums just haven't got a clue. They're not all asleep, but this is why it has to be now because all these new generations to come, they knew that when we all go, they're all proper brainwashed, aren't they? Because we all look mad because we're going, oh yeah, but this, that, and the other. We all look mad. But when we're all gone, the next generation to come are all asleep. We can't have that. So that's why stuff's coming out as well. They're thick, yeah. They're not thick. They've just been brainwashed. When they wake up and smell the coffee, it's not their fault. We've got to remember, it's not their fault. They're just the computer generation, aren't they? They're into all the technology things. Hence why I don't know what I'm doing on here half the time. Anyone seen I Spy Real Fake? Do you mean I in the Spy on Twitter? Is that what you're talking about? Coffee. No, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. You know, I'm sure there was a Q post once saying, you've got to forgive some of them. It's not their fault. If you've been brought up brainwashed, and then you're getting, like my eldest son, if he had kids, he's from the brainwashed generation. So if he had kids, they're all brainwashed. So how would anybody know? Oh. So, yeah, indoctrination, they go to university and all that, and it's just a big, you know what I mean? It's just brainwashing everybody. So, I'm going to come back later on, probably about 9ish, just a little one, because I'm going to read out what my dad's found what I read out yesterday about the clown thing, which I found very interesting with JFK Jr. and the clown that rubbed the nose, Emmett, the clown that rubbed the nose with his sister, and he saw that. Yep. Scary times, scary world all. Yeah, but it's beginning to like, it's a little bit more on that you'll understand with what's going on now. The Federal Reserve. So, because we all know that's part of like what JFK knew about and JFK Jr. So, yeah, it's exciting times. Yeah, my mum I thought it was today. She used to come on a Thursday and then she told me it's not. And I was like, oh, thank God I've got another day to make sure the house is straight, because even if I clean the house, she re-cleans it. So I don't know why I'm doing it, because I might as well leave it, because she's got OCD. She cleans it anyway, but she's coming tomorrow. So I was like, whew. So I will come tonight for the last one until Sunday. And then, like I said, we can all come back on Sunday and we can all discuss what's gone down, because tomorrow I think it's going to be a massive boom, because something big's coming, Q said. And also Friday, I think Friday equals something in numerology, I can't remember. Hi, and I think it was said in the Q post, every dog has their day, it's coming, and whose dog was called Friday? JFK Jr.'s. So yes, I know Friday. I know when I'm going away, and I'm like, everything's gonna drop when I'm away, but I'll be on my phone. So yeah, big equals R as well. So I don't mean he's going to appear or anything, because I think if that ever happens, if it is true, it'll happen at the parade or something like that. All the other stuff's got to come out, the Obama and Hillary and what's going on in UK and everything around the globe. All that's got, all that sort of stuff, because that's important at the minute. That's the biggest, they're the things that we've got to get. No one said the following are. So, I shall see you later on tonight. So, have a good day, night, evening, or whatever you're doing. Yeah, seize every day and shine your light bright. Yes, and that's why I just did a card reading, and we had a nice little, what was it, beacon of light it was, that just popped out of the, this one just popped out, so I'll leave you with that. That's what popped out. I know it's back to front, but there it is. Let love be your beacon, because that's what it's all about, people. So I'll catch you all later. Yes, thank you. Where we go one, we go all. Yeah, I just want to say that where we go one, we go all. Remember, Q didn't debunk R. He just said, he got asked a question and he just said there's only Q. He didn't say anything about R. So remember, until he says it's not real is when I believe it. And like I said, it all interlinks anyway, whatever the truth, if it's real or if it's not, it doesn't matter. Some people think it was splitting the Q movement. It's not splitting anything, because even if it's R, it's still the same with the part thing. It's just a different letter, but it's still the same mission. So, see you soon. See you later. Bye.